Welcome to A Faithful Pause with Trinity United Church in Prince George, British Columbia. Each week, we publish a short reflection piece, an opportunity to ground ourselves in God's expansive story and root ourselves in something bigger than ourselves. This week, we're offering you two pieces to reflect upon. The first one is called Mathias Steps Up. Poor Judas. I knew there were whispers about him stealing from the common purse, of course, but I never saw it myself. We often fell into step together as we traveled the countryside with Jesus. In the early days, he was a cheerful companion, and we'd often try to outdo each other with tall tales when the teacher wasn't teaching. It was a good game. Yet as time moved on and the master moved us around from town to village, as the crowds grew and the establishment kept making digs and trying to trap the Lord, I saw a gradual change. The old, easy laughter grew less frequent. He couldn't quite look us fully in the eye. There were more questions, less willingness to fall in with Jesus' plans. More often, his was the voice of discontent and discord, perhaps even doubt. It was as if somewhere along the road, he'd, had some crisis of faith. Well, I think that's what some would call it anyway. He knew the others would talk behind his back and occasionally pass pointed comments in his presence. I saw the hurt, but he'd always change the subject when I'd ask him how he was. In the last months, there was such a darkness about him. I'm not sure the others noticed those times when he'd quietly slip away, casting a furtive look as he'd leave. But then came his trader's kiss, and he sold his soul for silver. Was it predestined? His actions? His fate? You know the story. Things escalated. Jesus arrested, a sham trial, a flogging, an execution, and the burial of all our hopes and dreams. Well, that's what we thought at the time, not having taken Jesus' talk of rising. But rise he did, and transformed our lives. Ours for the better, but not for Judas. It all ended pretty badly for him. Peter convinced the inner core that there should be 12 again, and so it came to be that they chose me. An honor and a blessing, yes, but I've seen firsthand just how following the way can feel like walking on a knife edge. The second piece we offer for reflection is called Playing by Numbers. 1. For the one God and for unity. 2. For companionship, animals 2 by 2, 2 tablets for 10 commandments. 3. For the Trinity of love. 4. For each corner of the earth, 4 cardinal directions, apocalyptic horsemen. 5. For the Pentateuch, the 5 books of law. 6. For humans, created on the 6th day, and the days given for us to work. 7. For completeness, perfection, and rest. 8. For new beginnings, the number of people on the ark, and 8 beatitudes. 9. For finality, the 9th hour, and the cry, "It is finished." 10. For the commandments and for order. 11. For disorder and chaos and imperfection. 12. For the tribes of Israel, the 12-year-old Jesus at the temple, the 12 apostles. 30, 40, 70. Can the life of faith be reduced to playing by numbers? 1. Called by God. 2. A partnership. 3 and more, a community. 12. Apostles, yes, but why that number? A case of, it's I been. Or, just, Jesus did it, so should we. Or, with no casting vote, perhaps 12 for consensus. Less a community with hierarchy, more a community where all have a voice. Unity within diversity, working as one. Serving the one. Thanks for joining us for A Faithful Pause. at Trinity United Church in Prince George, British Columbia. We hope to see you again next week when we share together another opportunity to ground ourselves in God's expansive story.